average around $20,000 a month, and I've been doing that for the last 3 years.
What if I told you you could make 100,000, but not in the way you might think?
I'm looking forward to it. Tell me.
I know a ton of people
Yes.
who have nowhere near the experience you have,
Yeah.
the accolades you have, the credibility you have, and they make a lot more money.
Look, a lot of people need a lot of help, right?
Blah, blah, blah. Your time is only worth $175 an hour. My therapist charges more than that. Samir is a hypnotherapist working with high-performance entrepreneurs and athletes to help them overcome stress. And she has been stuck at $20,000 a month for years. So I shared with her how she could get to $100K per month without working more by simply making a few small tweaks in her business. And if you apply this, you can unlock a ton more money in your business as well. So what do you do?
So I'm a hypnotherapist and coach, and I work with high achievers who are anxious, stuck, or sick. So the key pain points are they can't sleep, they can't switch off, they may have IBS.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to help you get more clients. How are you getting them right now?
So I was been using Google Ads for the last 4 years, and that's been working for me.
Google Ads.
Yeah,
So you run some sort of like a video or...
No video, it was all text-based. I don't do them. I've got somebody to do them for me.
Oh, you got somebody to do them for
Yeah,
you. Okay, so it
exactly.
said something like, hey, are you suffering from anxiety?
Overthinking, blah, blah,
Blah,
blah.
blah,
I'm
blah,
going to
blah,
help
blah.
you, contact
Okay.
Samira. And I'm award-winning. I've won 4 awards. I'm on my 5th one.
Okay,
soon.
so you have a lot of accolades.
Yes.
Now, what if I told you I know a ton of people
Yes.
who have nowhere near the experience you have,
Yeah.
the accolades you have, the credibility you have, and they make a lot more money?
I know, and that's what's frustrating for me.
It's irritating, isn't it?
Really, really irritating.
It's super irritating.
Because if I had that money, I'd be helping more people. I charge for a 4-week program, I charge $1,400.
What?
And I do transformation. And 8 weeks.
$1,400? Why would you charge $1,400? This is so much work for $1,400.
And for
And
8
what do you,
weeks.
wait, hold on, stop, back up. No, back up. $1,400, I'll give you $1,400 right now. If there's even a slight chance I'll get rid of my anxiety. Because when you're a high achiever, you're a high performer, you're an entrepreneur, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, ask my COO, I run around manic half the time, you know?
Yeah, you don't need to be manic.
Yeah, so why is it, like, what do I get for $1,400?
So you have my iQuantum 3-step blueprint that I work with. I work on the subconscious level, conscious level.
Yeah. What do I get?
So so you have 4 sessions with me for 2
4
hours.
one-on-one calls.
Yeah, 4 one-on-one sessions, 2-hour sessions with me.
Oh, hold on. So 4 one-on-one 2-hour sessions, so
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yes, 8
so
hours.
$1,400 divided by 8. Your time is only worth $175 an hour. My therapist charges more than that.
And I have amazing transformations, even in the first
Dude,
session.
the video guy's getting paid more than that. We're paying the video guy's getting paid more than $175 an hour. What are you doing?
I know. That's why I'm here. And I think that the fact is that, look, a lot of people need a lot of help, right? And a lot of men, a lot of women. And
Blah, blah, blah. Great. Why are you charging $175 an hour?
Good question.
No, I want to know why.
I think that post-COVID, and I was doing 8-week programs and I was charging like $2,500.
That's all blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Listen, give me an average result that you got from a client.
They've transformed. Their
Okay, see,
self-esteem
this is the
shot it up.
problem with selling personal development. You can't quantify it. They
You can.
transform.
No,
That doesn't mean anything.
So let me tell you, they've stopped the overthinking. They can sleep at night. They're feeling good about themselves.
But what did that do for them?
So the fact is they can actually function better at work. They perform.
Which did what for them?
They perform better at work.
Which meant what?
So they could make more money.
How much more money?
Yeah. So I'm not sure how much more money.
You didn't ask.
I didn't ask.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
All
don't
the
even
relation-
know what you're doing for people. Okay, I imagine that if you work with athletes and you work with entrepreneurs, you work with CEOs, to rid them of anxiety, overthinking.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, why? Why do I not want that? Because I want to what?
Perform better.
Which means I get more
money.
Money. Okay.
Exactly.
So the one thing, because
And it's not about money. It's about having, enjoying life.
no, it's about money. Okay, it's about money.
But not a lot.
Okay.
Everyone is like that. They want to basically.
No, it's about money. Because when I wake
and relationships.
Yes, but if I wake up in the morning and I'm stressed and I have anxiety and that affects my ability to make money, then what do? Because I know I'm your target market.
I work more to make up for the money I lost, which means I don't spend time with my family, and it all snowballs. It's all connected, but it all comes back to money.
Yeah, and it's just the money is the fact that you can perform better and just feel more better, deal with the stress and the pressure of life.
Do you think somebody buys from you because they aren't thinking about money?
Yeah, they can't sleep. They're waking up in the middle of the night and they're stressed out. There are people who basically feel that they can't deal with their narcissistic boss. It's too much for them. They can't cope with life. You know, they can't handle a project.
But they want to make more money in a less stressful way.
Or they want to live life in a less stressful way.
Okay, see, this is the problem, all right? You have to have people who are high achievers, they care about an ROI. Do you want to be right or do you want to make money?
I want to make money.
Well, then stop worrying about if you're right or not.
Well, this is the feedback I get from people, right? This is what the feedback I'm getting from people when they're saying that they've come in one person, they've left a different person. The fact
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I and that is a very important thing. But at the end of the day, if you're charging $1,400, great. I'll say that all day long because it's $1,400. I feel better today. Yeah, that was worth it. But if you're charging me $20,000, I'm going to say I need an ROI. The only reason you're getting that feedback is because you ain't charging anything. If I buy an ice cream and it sucks for $2, I'm not going to care to go on Google and leave a terrible review because it was $2. But if I buy some gold-plated ice cream from the Dubai that's $10,000 for whatever dumb reason, and it sucks, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
The point is, if you want to raise your prices, you have to justify those prices. And I'm not going to pay you 20 grand so I can sleep better at night. I absolutely should pay you 20 grand so I can sleep better at night. But when it comes time for me to take that credit card and hand it over to you, and I look at my account and I see it drop by $20,000 because you could charge $20,000, the first thing my brain's gonna do is go, how can I justify this? That's when that matters. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
So this is a different league.
Yes.
So you have to understand, what have you done for people? I'll give you a perfect example. My COO, Joe, I pay him multiple six figures a year. And what does he do for me? He does all the stuff I don't want to do.
Yes.
So I have time to do the things that I'm good at.
Yes.
Which makes me more
money.
Right.
Yes.
Now, does it make me less stressed?
Yes.
Does it make me have more time with my family?
Totally.
Does it make me feel better?
Absolutely.
Do you think that's why I pay him that much?
No.
No.
You want to take the pain away, and so you pay him to take the pain away.
No, I pay him to make more money. I pay him to get an ROI.
Okay, but the fact is you take the pain away as well, right? The headache.
Yes, okay, so I can make more money.
Exactly, so you can make more money, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get real with you.
Yes.
If you have customers that pay $1,400 and they get feedback, you know what that feedback is worth?
What?
Okay. It's not worth anything. You go into a Walmart and you survey 10 people on why they buy clothes at Walmart. Now you go into a Louis Vuitton and you survey 10 people on why they buy clothes. Do you think you're going to get the same answers?
No.
So can we move on?
Okay.
Thank you. All right. All right.
I hear you.
Okay, thanks. So we want to charge more, correct?
Of course.
So we need to justify it.
Yeah.
All right? So pitch me your offer. Let's go ahead and pitch it to me.
I am a coach, hypnotherapist and coach, and I help people overcome the anxiety, low self-esteem, overthinking, and so they can sleep like a baby at night.
Okay. So you pitched me on sleeping better. I can take a pill for that.
Okay.
How about this?
Yes.
Are you a high performer whose state of mind has a direct impact on how much money you make? And you spend most of the day stressed, maybe even manic, you can't sleep, you're overthinking. And look, even when you do make the money you want to make, it's just you just feel terrible because you're grinding.
Yes.
You feel like you have to pull every penny out and you have to work so hard and you have to go through the stress and the anxiety required to get it. And maybe that affects your sleep, your relationship with your child, your wife. Then when it all becomes too much and the pressure builds and you just get overwhelmed, what happens? You make less money. And it's just this never-ending cycle. Let me ask you, do you want to live life this way for the rest of your life?
No way.
No way. What would happen if you could make the same money you make, or you know what, even more? with 10 times less stress, 10 times less anxiety, which would allow you to make more money in less time, so you can take that extra time and spend it doing things like, oh, I don't know, sleeping or spending time with your family. How much would that change your business and your life?
It'd be amazing.
Okay, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see the frame?
Brilliant.
Okay.
I love it.
You
When do
love
I
it?
sign up?
Well, okay, but that's my point. You're so stuck on, oh, no, they care about feeling better. And I'm like, no, they don't. Not at 20 grand.
Yeah.
Even if you charge 10 grand for this. If I was convinced that you could I see you smiling.
I know. I should be charging 10 grand, to be honest.
You should.
Yes.
Because if I pay you 10 grand
Yeah.
and you actually do what you're promising, I mean, I have this discussion with Joe every single day. Like, he watches me. Okay, and I watch other entrepreneurs in the space. We all go through the same thing.
Yeah.
We're all friggin' freaked out, man.
Yeah.
You know? I'll give you an example. I send a video to one of because I used to go to school for film and video. I make a YouTube video in a new style that we want to do. I edit the first 2 minutes. I put the sound effects on. I put all the video effects on. I do the edit exactly like I want it done. And I send him the actual session file. All he's got to do is open it up, look at it, and keep editing in the same way.
Yeah.
With the same font of text. The same, okay? I get it back 2 days later, which, 2 days, I'm like, we're losing time here. We gotta get this video out.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
The text is all different.
Yes.
There's stupid, cheesy sound effects.
Yep.
The color is different.
Yeah, I've been there, seen that.
Everything is different.
Yep.
And I sit there in the taxi as we're going to our next meeting, and I'm flipping out, and I'm just going on, and I'm like, how can someone be so stupid? And I mean, if you're a business owner, I know you've been through this, right?
Totally, yeah.
And I'm just literally looking at this, not being able to comprehend how a human being could get something and mess that up. It's like I literally took a piece of toilet paper and wiped your ass for you, okay? And you still somehow are walking around,
Yeah.
It's incredible to me. Now, in that whole rant and rave, I just allowed someone's carelessness to affect me 10, 15,
Exactly.
100 times more than it needs to be, when I could have said, Joe, will you please just handle this? Or I could have just said to the guy, go back
Yes.
and edit it exactly as I edited it. Enter, and moved on with my day. But instead, I spent 20 minutes just bitching and moaning and pissing and just for nothing. When I sit down and I script something out, a sales video or a strategy or something, it makes us so much money.
Yeah.
Like Joe's literally like, you just need to sit down and be focused, because every time you do, you make something that makes us a ton of money, right?
Yes.
But if I'm like, the video editor's an idiot, right? Then it's okay. So what you have is extremely valuable.
Yeah. So you don't get triggered. So the whole point is you don't get triggered.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let me ask you this. I want you to imagine a scenario where 10 of your ideal clients are walking down the beach and they come across a genie lamp and they rub the genie lamp. Genie pops out. And this genie's a capitalist. So he's like, listen, I'm going to grant one wish to only one of you, and you all have to bid on it. Okay? And the wish is taking away the problem that your product or service takes away.
Yeah.
So they're going to wish to take away the anxiety
Yeah.
and the overthinking and all that. And it's 10 entrepreneurs, 10 athletes, whatever. What do you think the bid would get to?
I think it's unlimited.
Give me a number.
$1 million.
$1 million.
That is limited, but
Okay. So you're saying if you had 10 athletes, entrepreneurs, CEOs.
it'd be priceless, really. To be
Okay.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be priceless. But let's just say $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's cut that in half and say 500,000. Let's cut it by 10 times. And let's say it was 100,000.
Yeah.
What you're telling me is, if they were convinced that you could help them solve the problem, they'd pay $100,000. And what do you charge?
1,400.
$1,400. The principle here is, if you don't know what you're worth, how do you expect your customers to know what you're worth?
I think that because I haven't got the whole lead flow, there's some level of fear, or, and also the people charging, if I start, even if I say $2,000, $2,500, the money, even they're saying that it's too expensive, they're thinking.
So you just don't know how to sell.
Well, I mean, I do have the people who have got the pain points and things, and they are the ideal client.
Do you think if I got on the phone with your same clients instead of you, do you think I would sell them?
You'd be able to sell them.
So then what's the difference between me and you? I know how to
close.
sell. and close. So this is a skill. You just need to get the skill.
Yeah.
So the thing standing between you, between $1,400, what's 20,000 minus 1,400? $18,600.
Exactly.
So $18,600 or whatever the number is per client. The only thing standing between you and that is your ability to say the right words on the phone. Let's fix that right now. You get 10 people on the phone. How many people buy?
30% conversion rate.
30% at 1,400. At $1,400, that's incredibly low. You should be at like 80%.
I used to be 80 and I don't know, it's dropped.
Okay. So what is the number one objection you get?
They never say anything on the phone. They say, yeah, okay, and I'll send them information. I don't close them actually on the phone. Or they say, yes, I'd like to, when can I start?
And then what do you say?
So I said, we'll book you in for next week. And what time do you...
No, you say, will that be Visa or MasterCard?
Okay, I don't do that.
So you don't ask for money and you're wondering why you don't get money.
on the first call, no.
Why?
Because
it's $1,400.
I know.
I would sell that over a DM.
And the other times the people have said is that I need to think about it.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. I would have to think about it too. Well, let me ask you, what piece of information could I give you that would clear up some of the doubts you might have? Like, is there anything I could send you away with that would help you further understand or be able to make a decision? Now, I didn't actually agree to let you get off the phone.
Yeah.
I just agreed with you, framed it as I let you believe you had control.
Yeah.
Just so you could tell me what your actual objection is, right? Oh yeah, absolutely. So that I send you away with something to chew on, what is it you're confused about? And now we're right back to the conversation. Have you ever said anything like that?
No.
Okay.
And then the other thing is I said, send me the information, I'll read through it and I'll come back to you.
Yeah. So you tell them they tell you to send the information? So you have no video, no education before they get on the phone, right?
They will go through my Instagram page or they may go through my VSL. There is a VSL that I have. Or they've gone through my video ad.
So did you educate them on how it all works on the VSL?
VSL
meaning video sales letter.
Yeah.
Do you educate them?
That I have a 3-step blueprint and how I help them overcome their anxiety and I give them education.
Did you watch the video before you booked the call?
No.
Well, let me take you through it right now. And then you explain it. Do you have any questions about that? Okay.
And then sometimes people have watched the video and they said, yeah.
Did you watch the video before you booked the call?
Yes, I have watched the video before the call.
What questions do you have about that? That's how it works. So what questions do you have about
I don't have any questions. I thought it was a really good video and it was very self-explanatory.
Okay. So then may I ask, what is there to think about particularly? What did I leave out?
I still need to think about it because I'm really busy at work. And so I need to plan when
You're busy at work?
Yes.
Is that because of all the things you told me during the session about overthinking and anxiety? Do you think that contributes to it?
It does. And then also I think that maybe it's a bit expensive for me and I need to find the money to do this.
Got it. So let me ask you a question. Think about the number one time that you let your anxiety and your overthinking cost you money in your business. Can you think of that time?
Yes.
How much did it cost you?
A lot.
What's the number?
$20,000.
$20,000. So just one time that you let anxiety overtake you, you lost $20,000. I'm curious why you think $1,400 is expensive.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. And I think it may work for other people. I'm not sure it can work for me.
What makes you say that?
Well, I've tried so many therapies and so many programs. And so, I'm not sure really.
Got it. So what you're saying is you tried some other programs. They didn't work for you. And you're worried that could happen again. Is that about right? Got it. Can you give me a specific example of another program? You don't have to tell me the name or anything, but what do you think the reason that program didn't work was?
Well, they always promise things and say that they're going to deliver. And then I get really demotivated when it doesn't really work.
Have you ever done hypnotherapy?
No. You
haven't. So then we can't compare what you did before to what you have now, correct?
Correct.
Got it. So here's the thing. All these objection handling things, these back and forth, you know what they're a result of? They're a result of not getting the pain fleshed out in the beginning, okay? They're a result of not clearly identifying the problem in the market. So do these people that you get on the phone with truly stand to lose $10, $20, $30, $40,000 constantly when they get anxiety?
I think that, well, I mean, if they're entrepreneurs, yes. If they're not, if they're corporate, then I just think that they just can't function. That's what they say. And I say, I can't function, I can't think, or that's all the kind of things they're saying. And I can't sleep, I'm overthinking too much, I'm too stressed, or I've got health anxiety, I'm running to the cardiologist every 5 minutes. He says there's nothing wrong with me, I can't go out, I can't do much, I'm stuck at home. And those are the kind of things that they're saying. But again, if you don't want to change, you don't want to move forward, then how can you help them unless that you want to help them, right? So that you see, So at a subconscious level, and even then some people have said, I've been to a hypnotherapist, but it didn't work. And I said, well, I do a different format. Or why are we having this conversation? Why did you book a call?
That's a great question. Well, then what drove you to book a call with another hypnotherapist? Clearly, you're seeking something. So what is it that you're seeking?
I'm seeking a solution. And so I came across your page, or somebody told me about you, and I thought I'd reach out.
Okay. And what was it that drove you to reach out specifically?
Well, I was just having a massive meltdown a few days ago, and I just thought enough's enough and I need to change that.
If I'm hearing you correctly, enough is enough. You need to change it. But as soon as I offer you the path to change it, you're now saying I need to think about it and you don't want to move forward. Do you see the pattern here? How many times have you made a decision or thought, hey, I need to make a change, but then you didn't?
Well, I have called a number of people before and want to book and have sessions. And then at the last minute, I think, oh, maybe they're not going to help me and not follow through with it.
And how has that worked out for you?
It's not been great.
It's not been great.
And it's been a year on and I'm still in the same position.
Are you willing to do something different today so that you can experience something different? Look, if you want something you've never had before, peace. Are you willing to do something you've never done before to get it?
Yes.
And that's commit.
Yes, I sometimes have commitment issues, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I have to change my life.
Do you see how these questions they're based on the Socratic method. They allow the prospect to come to their own conclusion that they should move forward with you rather than you telling them you should move forward with me. Because here's the thing, you'll never convince somebody to buy from you.
No.
Because you're the slimy salesperson. People trust themselves, they don't trust you. So let them convince themselves, not you. So here's what I would do if I were you. Number one, I'd clearly define who you're gonna help. Are you helping business people? Are you helping, like you say, high achievers? So that's fine. Are you a high-level corporate professional, entrepreneur, athlete, or some sort of high achiever whose income is dependent on their state of mind? That's how I would define your market.
Yeah.
Because if you get a bunch of people whose income is not dependent on their state of mind, why are you on the call?
Yeah.
And then you say, look, here's the problem I help you solve. You clearly define the problem. Every person who has a business needs to pick who they help, what problem they help them solve, and then what would be the net gain of solving that problem? Meaning, what is the cost of not solving that problem? And if you can get the customer to think about the cost of not solving it,
Yes.
and that cost is incredibly higher than what you charge, well, then it's a no-brainer. But if you get them thinking about what you charge and that cost, that's all they're going to think about.
That's true.
They need to think
very
about
true.
what it costs to not do it. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not saying tomorrow you should charge 20 grand.
No.
Okay?
Why not?
Up it to 5. Well, you can. Fine. Do it. Do it. But if you're comfortable, do it. But you should never charge less than $5,000 for what you do. Can you commit to me that you will never again take a sales call and offer what you do for $1,400? At a very minimum, you charge $5,000.
That's how I need to do. However, the key issue I have.
However, can I tell you what the real root of the problem is? The behavior that you're exhibiting right now is the same behavior your clients are exhibiting on the call. The non-committal, the excuses. You cannot lead someone to the promised land if you're not willing to take that path yourself. Okay? And that energy, you believe in energy, I imagine.
Of course I
right?
do.
So if you're putting off non-committal energy, what do you think they're going to receive?
No, absolutely. So I have to make sure that I'm saying that I'm talking the talk, walking the walk, right?
Put it this way, you want to be the 1%, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then you got to stop behaving like the 99%.
Yeah.
And 99% of people, my customer this, no, I think it's because they're not ready. The 1% says, no, I'm going to close this call. I'm going to close it for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. Because think about this. You ever ski?
Yeah, I used to.
What is the first thing they teach you about not hitting a tree when you learn to ski?
Don't focus on hitting a tree.
Don't focus on the tree. Why? Because
you're going to hit the tree.
you go where you focus.
Exactly.
So if you're going down the hill and you look at the tree and you're like, I don't want to hit the tree, where do you go? You go and you hit the tree. You focus on the path.
Yeah.
If you're focused on not closing the sale,
Yeah.
you will not close the sale.
Absolutely.
You have to focus on closing the sale.
Yeah. I get it now. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. I'm getting it now. Yeah.
You're getting it now, okay? What's your worth? Focus on closing the sale. Ask questions that allow the customer to reveal to you what it's costing them to not solve the problem. And then when you say, I charge $5,000 or whatever it is, well, now it seems insignificant compared to what they're losing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you're doing a lot of stuff right.
Yes.
But you're doing enough stuff wrong that I
Yes.
promise you, if you go out today right now and you start charging $5,000, if you close the same amount of sales at $5,000, how much more would you make? You'd triple your income.
Yeah, absolutely. 75,000.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's just also making sure that the lead flow is there. But again, that doesn't matter, really. It's just how you present
I
it.
promise you, if you talk more, I would start doing some more organic content. I would start putting stuff on Instagram, YouTube, and I would start, don't talk, nobody cares about hypnotherapy. They care about what's going on in their lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I would talk about that. And one thing that I think is a great method is, talk to people like we're talking right now and cut that content up, use that content. I discovered a long time ago, demonstration content is one of the best things you do. I sit here, I do a coaching session and then I film it and I chop it up and I use that in social media ads and I'm literally showing you what I can do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's entertaining,
Yes.
it's education,
Yes.
and it's demonstration.
Yes.
And so now they're like, oh, well, like the warmth of the lead, how warm they are when they get on the phone with you is like way higher. Because how can you say, they literally got on a call with you because they thought it works, because they watched you make it work. And then they're getting on a call versus I saw some page and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, but define who it is you help, what problem you help them solve, the cost of that problem. And then when you say your price, it's insignificant compared to what it's costing you. Is that helpful?
1,000%.